This is amazing. Hi. Thank you so much to iHeart, and thank you so much mainly to the fans. Tour of the century. I really can't tell you how much this means to me because I accept this on behalf of all my tour mates, all my fellow performers, my band, everyone who toured with us, our crew.
This is Travis Kelce's response to Jason Kelce's comments on New Heights. About Taylor Swift's Baby. On Tuesday, April 15th, the Kelce brothers released the most recent episode of their popular podcast, New Heights. This episode caused fans of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift to go into a frenzy when Jason Kelce spoke about the two of them. It was during an impromptu conversation that Travis's brother made a sudden reference to Taylor Swift's child. Despite the fact that it was merely a passing remark, Travis Kelce's reaction, which was both extremely excited and significant, sparked a wave of heated speculation. When the two were having a joyful conversation about the 2025 Coachella Music Festival, it is possible that the golden couple of the entertainment and sports world, the topic was abruptly changed and Jason began talking about Taylor Swift's baby in a manner that seemed completely natural, as if it had already been established. Travis immediately burst out laughing, his face flushing and shaking his head, but everyone could tell that the smile was not one of denial. On the contrary, it was filled with pride and affection. The remark that appeared to be unintentional caused Travis to burst out laughing. That child is going to have genes that are legendary, isn't it? When the two brothers began discussing their experiences at Coachella, the conversation began at approximately 42 minutes into the podcast. After that, they continued their discussion. Jason suddenly blurted out, "Travis, I was thinking, if you and Taylor had a kid," which I'm not saying they did, but if they did, that kid would absolutely dominate the stage and the football field. Jason's speech was delivered in his usual humorous manner. While drinking his water, Travis came dangerously close to choking. He put his cup down, laughed out loud, and then closed his eyes and shook his head while attempting to stop himself from laughing. He was still trying to contain his laughter. Travis said, "You're trying to get me into trouble, Jason," in a tone that was only half jestful. If Mom hears about it, she will most likely begin shopping for baby clothes this week. However, Jason was not satisfied with the twinkle in his eye that comes from an older brother who teases him. He went on to say, "I just imagine it, a child with the emotional intelligence of Taylor and your athleticism. During the time that he is running routes in the yard, that kid will write hits." It was impossible for Travis to conceal his blush at this point. Even though he was covering his face with his hands, he continued to laugh. To put it another way, "If it ever comes true, I will make you my godfather. You are my godfather." The response that Travis gave was half joking, but he did so with an odd glint in his eyes. In an interview with Men's Health earlier this year, Travis Kelce was asked about his future plans, and he responded by expressing his excitement at the prospect of becoming a father. This was not the first time that he had expressed his excitement like this. Travis's response was, "I adore children. In all honesty, I am the kind of person who can spend the entire day playing with my grandchildren. When I finally get the opportunity to become a father, I intend to savor every single moment of it." In addition, Travis was seen having fun with the children of his best friend Pat Mahomes while they were attending a family event. At the same time, Taylor Swift revealed in an interview with Time magazine in the year 2023 that she had always considered the possibility of starting a family in the future, provided that the right person and the right time came along. The fans are now wondering whether or not that time has finally arrived. Within its report that was published today, People magazine referred to the podcast as the most convincing evidence to date that Travis and Taylor have engaged in serious discussions regarding their future together. It was a source that was close to the Kelce family that they cited. All throughout his life, Travis has been extremely sincere. If he did not react negatively, it was because he did not believe that it was inappropriate. Their joy is truly contagious. Forms of amusement on this particular evening, no one made a definitive statement, however. Travis's smile conveyed the entire message. The smile of a man who was concealing something beautiful was what I saw. In the immediate aftermath of the podcast's broadcast, the hashtags KelseyBaby, Kelce Swiftie on Swiftie, Swiftie on Swiftie, Unswiftie on Lacen became extremely popular on social media. A video of the conversation that lasted for 36 seconds went viral on TikTok, Twitter and X and Instagram, and it received millions of views in a matter of hours. Travis clearly did not deny it. His expression when Jason mentioned the baby was like a man keeping the sweetest secret in the world, according to a comment made by a popular X account within the Swiftie community. One user on Reddit went so far as to analyze the second when Jason mentioned that Travis raised an eyebrow, but did not object when Jason said that Taylor's child. Travis simply smiled, not surprised by the statement. In spite of the fact that she was not present on the podcast, it appeared as though they had a serious discussion about this topic. There was a sense that Taylor Swift was sending out her own instructions. Just a few hours after the podcast was broadcast, Taylor shared a story on Instagram that featured a photograph of a field of wildflowers, accompanied by the song Never Grow Up, which is an emotionally moving ballad about the innocence of childhood. It appeared as though the message was understood by the online community, in the same way that she does with her style. Could Taylor be sending a subtle confirmation through her music? They were Kelce's family. Have they been aware that fans have also taken notice of the recent interactions that Kelce, Travis's sister-in-law, has been having with Taylor? Kelce has always been an active supporter of the relationship that exists between her brother-in-law and Taylor behind the scenes. The following is a clip that was uploaded to Jason's TikTok account. I'm thinking about having a play date for the kids, maybe 3 or 4 if there's a new addition. Kylie is heard saying this throughout the clip. Despite the fact that she quickly changed the subject, internet users have been saving the video and speculating about what Kylie might be referring to. Would she be talking about baby Kelce Swift, a wedding, a baby, or a love story from a fairy tale? Regardless of the truth, Travis's response has successfully won over the hearts of his fans. In spite of all the stage lights, the high-profile performances, and the legendary football matches, it appears that there is still a tender and genuine love story that is blossoming in its own unique way. Once upon a time, Travis Kelce, the tall and powerful player on the football field, admitted that he was easily swayed by Taylor Swift's smile. Now, it appears that there may also be a baby on the way. As the podcast comes to a close, did the story come to an end or did it just start? Travis, I just wanted to say that I can't wait to see you become a father. That is the final statement that Jason Kelce makes, and it is a statement that carries multiple layers of meaning. I have no doubt that you are going to be an incredible father in the event that this occurs. For this particular instance, Travis does not appear to be smiling. Rather, he gazes directly into the camera and murmurs, "Thank you, really." In response to this, millions of Swifties and Chiefs Kingdom fans all over the world feel their hearts begin to flutter. One thing is certain, despite the fact that we do not know for certain whether or not baby Swift Kelce has arrived yet, their love is growing stronger with each passing day, and the entire world is watching every smile. During a recent episode of the New Heights podcast, her boyfriend Travis Kelce responded to a call by singing a line from her hit song 22. He did so while wearing a hat, which gave the impression to fans that he was possibly recording from her home in New York City. A fan left a voicemail in which she described herself as a 22-year-old female with a daughter who is 5 years old. Kelce and his brother Jason Kelce shared the voicemail during the bonus episode of their joint podcast Feeling 22, which was broadcast on Thursday, March 13th. Following the woman's introduction, Travis, who is 35 years old, sang a song that made reference to Swift's hit song from 2014. The sweet line was not the only nod to Swift that Travis made at the very beginning of the episode. Jason brought up his brother's hat, which has the word Tibica written on it in white lettering. James Swift was also mentioned. "What do you know about it?" Jason was asked by Travis, and he admitted that he had no knowledge. "It's a town in New York," said Travis. "I had no idea." In a humorous manner, Jason stated that he believed it to be a brand of tequila. According to the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, "I drink some T-Becca tequila," it was said. Later on, Jason confirmed that they were recording in New York, a fact that immediately piqued Swifties' interest due to the fact that the pop star possesses a penthouse in Tribeca that is valued at $150 million, 0 cents. As reported by Elle Decor, one of Taylor's Instagram followers commented on a post that promoted the podcast episode, "It seems to me that this is Taylor's house, and she chose that wallpaper." After the Chiefs' defeat at the hands of the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl, the couple has been keeping to themselves. They were only recently seen together on the podcast after dinner on March 10th in Park City, Utah. After that, Jason began playing the messages that they had received in response to their request for opinions and guidance regarding parenting techniques. My guess is that they are going to confront us with questions regarding parenting. An individual who does not have any children, and an individual who is, at best, an absentee father, joked with the 37-year-old man who is currently expecting his fourth child with his wife Kylie, according to the retired Eagle Center. Upon receiving the phone call from their mother, who was 22 years old at the time, the brothers were perplexed as to why she was seeking their guidance. During her explanation, the woman stated that her young daughter has been telling strangers that she stole her, which has resulted in Child Protective Services being called on her. It was Jason's hypothesis that the child was attempting to provoke her mother into a fit of rage. How come she has chosen to call New Heights? As soon as Travis made a joke, the brothers immediately began reminiscing about their own childhood situations. In the past, Jason has stated that he had threatened to call the police on their father, Ed Kelce, who would encourage him and tell him to carry out the action. When Jason said this, his brother laughed out loud. "You've got to just attack this with a little reverse psychology," Jason said. "Simply lean into it, and in a moment, it will be over." As Travis made his statement, he made a reference to the popular television show Dennis the Menace, which was broadcast in the year 1959. "You can't just let a kid walk over you, you've got to stand your ground." The Kelce brothers made the decision to include their father in the discussion. However, Travis brought to the attention of the audience the fact that Ed became an adult during a different era and time period.